Well, folks, as you probably noticed, we're out yachting on George's yacht. We got a stealth craft out, and we're fishing a big river. There's a big river trout fishing. The sun's kind of bright, and my brain's getting cooked, so bear with me with my stumbling when I'm trying to talk. But what I thought I'd do is take a little bit of time, and we stopped at this beautiful run, this rift run right down through here, this deep rift. And I'm going to take some time and do a little bit of trout spey. And this is actually a 11-foot 4-weight switch that I do a lot of trout speying with. And I got it set up with a scanty line. And my first fly is a Mega Prince. It's got a little bit of weight. And then I got a little wet fly just above it. So we're going to kind of do a nipping wet fly swing. And these little switch rods, spey rods, and these runs like this work perfect. It's just an absolute ideal setup. In this case, I do have just a full 9-foot floating leader off my scanty line, and this is really small. Just a little note on my trout. When I set up my trout space, I usually set up with like 15 to 20 pound test mono running line because of my reel capacities. So, but then again, we're trout fishing. So, I mean, we're not chasing salmon with these things, so we don't need a real heavy running line and a cast bender. And when you get a big fish on, which you can very easily do, and I'm fishing 5X and we get a 20+ inch fish on, a lot of line out there, I like to have that smaller diameter running line to cut through the current. So that's kind of how I have it set up right now with a scanty. But I actually, same old routine as I do my big rods, I can swap back and forth. So if I want to run a streamer or something, or really just blow the water apart with a big fly, I can put on a skagit head really quick. But anyways, I'm going to fish down this little run, do some wet fly trout swinging with it, and see if we can find a fish. These things are getting really popular, and like I said, this run right here is just perfect for the run. So looks at this run, you see up against the far bank we get the nice fast walking pace, maybe a little bit faster than walking pace water that comes down into this run around this bend here. So it's very deep through that water. But one of the things I'm going to do is stay on the inside edge, because a lot of times those fish could be sitting right on the inside seam, and the inside seam here is pretty obvious. So you want to just get up, get your fly down, let it swing through that inside into that inside seam. Now you may see me do some jiggling and some twitching and so on like that as I mix up the presentation. But as you can tell with this rift cut going along this bank, this is classic wet fly water, it's classic switch rod water, it's classic trout spey water. So let's see what we can do. Alright, I'm going to try to talk a little bit about casting. The biggest thing going from a trout spey to a salmon or steelhead spey is you've got to learn to, on our end, the caster's end, tone down the energy, tone down the cadence, tone down the amount of pop and everything else you put into them. It's quite an adjustment to go from a 14-foot 9-weight to a 11-foot 4-weight switch. So one of the struggles I have is I have a tendency to just overpower the rod so much where you got to be really delicate with the cast. But other than that, toning it down, balancing the rod out with the right line. After that, it's just the same casting skills, it's the same casting technique, everything else. So in this case, I'm just swinging a wet fly. So I'm actually, because the water's kind of fast and I'm not using other than the fly weights to get down, I give them a little bit of dead drift, and then I'll just work them into a classic wet fly swing and fish it through this inside soft edge. For some reason, the snake roll's working for me today. All right. Well, I don't know if it came out or not. I'm self-filming. But anyways, way down in the bottom end of this shot here, there's a rock boil. I swung a fly behind it and picked up a small fish. But then again, what can I say? You know, only mad dogs, Englishmen, and trout fishermen are out in the midday sun. And the trout usually don't like to hang out in it. So we are dealing with the midday blahs. So that's, I think, the biggest thing with the fish right at the moment. No bugs. They're kind of crabby. But then again, when that's going on, a little fishing tip, and those times of the days, in the middle of the day when the fish are not all that active, working this faster water, that's what the fish will gravitate to because they got overhead cover, protection from predators, good oxygen, a little bit of food trickling around, and sometimes you can pick a nice fish out of here. And in this case, this little, as you saw me covering the water, I could cover that water really easily, really efficiently, swinging some wet flies down through here and cover this water pretty quickly and effortlessly. Now the casting wasn't all that hard. I could cover the water. I wasn't wearing myself out with a back cast, and I could fish through this very efficiently. One of the great advantages of a Trout Spey. Drop down, the water's a little deeper, so I'm going to do a little bit of casting right out of the bow of the boat. And one of the tricks is just like what we did in steelhead fishing. We have to be a little mindful that when you're standing in the boat, all of a sudden your ride gets longer. So you just got to pay a little bit of attention to your setup. Let's see if we can find a fish. We are having the midday pilgrims. Let's see if we got a trout that wants to sit out the midday with us. That thing's giving you a fuss.
Yeah, yeah. Unless I got him. I think I have him wrapped. He sure is.
Let me know if you need the scooper.
No problem. Haven't seen him yet. Yeah, every time he comes near the boat, I don't think he likes me much.
Geez, I wonder why. Did you put a clean shirt on?
Oh yeah, he's a good fish. He's a good fish.
Awesome.
Yeah, very nice.
Well, we're going to interrupt this fight for a second while I get the net out.
You.
All right, send him on his way.
Nice. Nice on a tough day.
Yeah, that was a tough day, and the wet flies did it.
Yeah. He took that little pheasant tail, didn't he?
That little creamy pheasant tail.
Yeah.
We had to do a shift up.
Yeah.
Right. What happened with this whole sequence of this fish is we were fishing a picket pan, a little larger fly, kind of deep in that faster water. We just dropped down to a little bit slower water, but what we did is, since we've seen a few odd surface busts, we figured they're taking a merger, so we went to a small little here's your wet, and then we got a little pheasant tail, soft hackle, creamy body, looks like kind of a Cahill sulfur merger thingy.
Yeah.
And this fish ate that. So we were just switching up, experimenting, trying to figure it out. So now we'll have to keep switching up because the fish are going to change the rules on us, like they always do.
Well, yeah. Oh my gosh, Will.
here, buddy. This one was on the tail end. No. Yeah.
Which one did he take?
This time he took the little pheasant tail.
Oh, okay.
But they're just still. Oh, where did you get it? There it is. Yeah, well, they were getting really fooled because they're down the hatch. So yeah, the old soft hackles.
Yeah, tracking them good.
Spey job. It's getting a bunch of bites. I just gotta hang on to them.
There he is.
There we go.
Soft tackle does it again.
A little chunkier.
Yep. Yeah, he's been eating well.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's been eating well.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we need the scooper for him or
Yeah,
not.
let me grab it.
He's a little bit better than what we've been getting.
Yeah.
So we're gonna,
Yeah, acting like a bigger fish
Yeah.
too, trying to dig under the boat.
No, come back here. All right, come on, come on, come on, come on.
There
we
it
go.
is. Well done.
That's a nice fish.
Yeah. Yeah, gorgeous, man. Yeah, absolute beauty. Thank you, buddy. Well done.
I think we're going to shut it down here. We're getting the end of the day. We're going to be losing our light pretty quick. We still got a bunch of fishing to do, but the light's going to fade. So I just want to say thanks for watching. If you got any comment, please leave some comments on here. We're going to do some more Trout Spey stuff in the future. This is a little promptu wet fly swing that we do with a switch rod. Like I said here, I was using this little 4-weight switch, swinging some little wet flies. We had to make a couple adjustments, then we got it figured out what the fish want. But anyways, out of the boat. Thanks for watching. As always, hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment. We need the comments, and ask what you'd like to see. We're going to try to do some more Trout Spey stuff in the future. See you in the water, folks. This is Jay at JPEG Guides and Lost River Fishing. We are a year-round fly fishing catch and release guide service. We fish the Lake Ontario tributaries, and then during the spring and the summer we also fish the inland trout streams, classic dry fly fishing. During the heat of the summer we will do the warm water fishing for bass and pike. If you're interested in any of our outings or have any questions, please feel free to email us at fish@lostriversfishing.com. Hope to hear from you, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact us.